My voice in real life is very different from my acting voice. Like I have a kind of, nasally voice, and then in the films I'm down here, and it's all like that.
Mr. Idris Elba, let's talk. Stringer Bell, Luther, Nelson Mandela, and now Knuckles. Only legends for Mr. Idris Elba.
Only
apparently.
legends, bro. You know how we do. We keep it up there.
Give me a sense of this. Obviously, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 comes around. They say, we want you, Idris, for Knuckles. What's the first thing you do? Do you Google Knuckles? Do you ask the kids? What happens?
I mean, no. Knuckles was a big deal to me when I was younger, and so it was, like you said, it was a legendary character in a legendary franchise, and I was like, absolutely. But then I was like, wait. What does Knuckles sound like again? Like I had no clue what that actually meant, but it was a no-brainer in terms of just getting involved with it. I've done quite a bit of voice work. I love doing it. It means that I can sort of be varied in performance, be big, be small, be silly. So yeah.
Are you a gamer? Like, what's the game that has sucked up the most time out of your life? Has it ever gotten to be a problem in your life?
Well, what was formerly known as FIFA, which is now known as FC 24, has sucked up probably a good 30 years of my life. If I did the calculation, I'd say I've done over 10,000 hours on FIFA. But I did play Sonic a little bit back in the day on the old Sega Genesis, the rings, all of that, Knuckles, So I wouldn't say I was a massive gamer, but I've definitely played the Sonic franchise.
You reference like the ability when you're doing voice work like this to go big, to have some fun with it. In your mind, what is the differentiation between your voice and Knuckles' voice? What are you doing?
Okay, so I'm definitely taking it down a little bit in its octaves down there. I don't usually pull this face, but I'm doing it right now because I haven't done it for a long time, so I'm down there somewhere. He has this sort of regality to his voice. He's from a kingdom, so I put on that. He says everything loud. He doesn't know how to read the room. It's a bit loud. Just chill out, bro.
I have to say, like, you do have one of those iconic voices. Like, there's no mistaking Idris Elba's voice. Are you ever recognized in your day-to-day just by your voice?
My voice in real life is very different from my acting voice. Like, I have a kind of, nasally voice, and then in the films, I'm down here, and it's all like that. In the commercials, it's like, it's here. But in real life, I'm more like a radio presenter in the morning, just, hey, what's up? You know what I mean? Nobody really recognizes my voice.
Well, what about, like, you ever had that awkward thing when, like, an adult wants to introduce you to their kid and say, this is Knuckles?
Yeah.
And then the kid is like, that ain't Knuckles.
Yeah, I've had to do that. I played Chief Bogo in Zootopia, and I had people say, this is Chief Bogo. Can you do the voice? Can you do the voice? I'm like, oh, okay, hi. Whatever I'm doing, and they go, oh, yeah, you are. I have had people come up to me, like I'm walking down the street or whatever, and they'll be like, excuse me, sir, do you mind telling me where I can get to here? And I'll be like, all right, yeah, so what you want to do is go down. And they'll be like, oh my God, it's you.
My sense from you, man, like you always have like 6 different projects. It's always like, he's acting, he's a Calvin Klein model, he's DJing in Ibiza. It's like all at once, it's all happening. You're the busiest person in showbiz next to like The Rock and Taylor Swift, I feel like. Are you good with downtime? Do you need a rest, buddy?
I mean, I'm just living the dream, man. Like, we're here to live, right? I don't know about downtime. No, I mean, the thing is, it's what we got to remember is that there's a cycle of media attention that looks like I'm just doing everything all the time. I'm really not. Like, Knuckles I did a year ago, and it just happened to come out after something else has just come out. So it does look like I'm busy, but you're right. I do need a break sometimes.
Maybe I was justifying it in the fact that it's been so hard for us to connect in person, and I was making excuses for you, but now I know you're just ducking me, so this doesn't make me feel better, buddy.
You're busy, bro. What are you talking about? With your podcast, you got things going on, you're always doing stuff.
What does a day off look like? What's the dream day off for Idris Elba? What are you doing?
Dream day is probably, I wake up in the morning about 10, drink a ginger shot, play some FC 24 for a good 2 hours, ignore the phone will be ringing, and just ignore it. That's dream. And then I'll just go into the music studio, make a beat, write a song, finish up about 6 in the evening, eat some food, watch a movie, and then more FIFA, more FC. Yeah, that's my dream day.
We were off to a bad start. When the dream day started with a ginger shot, I was like, he's not living his best life. This is, dude. What a day! Amazing! Living the dream.
I love ginger. Like Knuckles likes grapes,
Something for everybody. I mentioned Taylor Swift. I don't know if I've ever heard the clarification on how you ended up on Taylor's song a few years back. Did she have to ask you for permission? I know that was like a clip from you on James Corden. Like, how does that happen?
So Taylor and I were cool, and she was like, yo, I'm doing this record, and I love this sample of your voice. Can I use it? And I was like, yeah. So I can say I've been on the Taylor Swift album, a really good album as well, so.
Can you maybe say something really alluring and sexy so that this might get sampled on a future Taylor Swift song so that I get some residuals?
Yeah, okay. Hey, Josh, sweetie, would you like a ginger shot?
I don't think, what's the name of that?
I failed, I'm sorry, I failed.
That's not making it. I queued you up and... the nature of something like this, talking about musicians, like I know music is obviously so important to your life. We got Kid Cudi in this show, which is very cool. Have you shared space with Cudi in your life?
Yeah, man, that's my guy. We've hung out a couple of times when he's in London shooting. He's great in the show. He's a good actor. He's got lots of charisma. So yeah, it was good. I like Cudi, man. My
guess is you probably get more starstruck by musicians.
That happens to me when I meet a lot of people, actually, I ain't gonna lie. I worked with Mel Streep recently at the SAG Awards, and I was just completely like, and I knew I was gonna meet her. I just knew I was gonna meet her. We're in the same show. I just gonna be like, hey, Meryl, I really adore your work. I'm hoping that you and I can work together. That's not what came out. It was like, Meryl, hi, what's up? It was just not cool.
You didn't do cool guy movie voice. You did natural radio man voice.
You just want to be like, yo, what's up, Meryl? How's it going? You know what I'm saying?
I was going to mention SAGs. You were kind of sort of the host for that, and you killed it, man. You were awesome at it. Is this the stepping stone? Oscars next? Do you want to do it?
No. I'd rather win one than host one. So that's the goal.
Does something like that scare you? I mean, does anything, like, what is a professional fear that you have to get over? And is fear a good part of the gig? Does that mean you're testing yourself?
Yeah, you know, when they say butterflies in your stomach, I think that's a good thing. That's your senses really like, oh, I gotta get this right. I never lose that no matter what I'm doing. When I'm DJing especially, like the hour before, it's like, oh my God, especially if the DJ ahead of me is killing it. You're like, why am I doing this to myself, you know? But once I'm on the decks, like, it really all starts to fall into place. But I definitely still get nervous.
What is the Knuckles playlist? You as the consummate DJ.
He's not really a hip hop guy. I think he's more like a 80s classics. Anything that goes da 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 da, you know, anything like that.
Like more Duran Duran.
More Duran
than Jay-Z.
Than, yeah. He really hasn't got a musical bone in his furry little body.
What is the best live music performance you've seen in the last year?
Horrible, but I haven't been anywhere. I went to the theater, took my son to go watch My Neighbor Totoro.
Oh, sure.
Which was incredible.
Speaking of the kids, your daughter really trolled you, man. I'm sorry about that. The Calvin Klein ad.
Yikes.
Did you mend ways with Jeremy when you saw him at SAG Awards? Did you see Jeremy Allen White from The Bear at SAGs?
Jeremy and I, we still got to exchange words and, you know, a dap and a hug. You know what I mean? Like, I have no bad blood with the guy, but yeah, my daughter, threw that out there, made it awkward. I don't know why. It doesn't have to be awkward. But, you know, my billboard was bigger. I don't know what to say.
Look, you're obviously in an iconic video game, movie, TV franchise. You've been in the MCU, the DCU, Star Trek. Like, you're hitting all the bases. Do we have to manifest any more fandoms for you to be a part of? Do you want a part in Harry Potter, the Twilight reboot? What can I help you out with, buddy?
I mean, why don't we throw a little Star Wars in there? Because look, Star Wars is the pinnacle, right? It's like, do. I've already said Superman, Black Superman type thing, but I'm definitely not going to play that guy. But Star Wars.
Are you a Jedi? Are you a baddie? What do you want to be?
Great question. That's a great question. I'm a Yoda.
You're gonna be a little guy.
Yeah, I do voices, dude. So I'm a little guy in this thing. I just don't know how I'd get into the costume or whatever. But that aside.
Right. You'll have to lose a little weight, maybe, but you're willing to sacrifice for your art.
Yeah. I mean, I changed the color of my eyes for Heimdall, so...
So you're willing to lose 150 pounds to play?
Get a little green, a little gray hair. I've got the gray hair, but you know.
Hey, I want to congratulate you. Knuckles is the latest in a long line of great iconic character names you've had. Let me put you to the test, buddy. I'm gonna name a film or TV project. You tell me if you remember the name of the character.
Oh, wow. I'm going to fail at this.
Do you remember who you played in Luther?
Yes. John. Gotcha.
Hobbs and Shaw. Who did you play?
Brixton.
Yes. Who were you in Star Trek? What was your character name?
Crawl.
You are. I'm trying to trap you, and you're too good for me.
You're trying to trap me? These are the easy ones.
This one you better get. This is an iconic name. Pacific Rim.
Pentecost. Stacker.
Stacker.
Pentecost. What a name. Stacker Pentecost. Wow.
Yeah. Do you think more babies have been named Stringer or Stacker in your honor?
Stringer. Have you got any babies?
No.
If you did.
But the next one, the first one, will be
Stacker or Stringer?
It's going to be Stacker Stringer. Obviously, we go middle name. How about that?
Please do not do that.
Here's the last one.
Do that to that child.
Last one. Your finest role in Space Precinct. Who did you play?
Pizza man. Pizza delivery
You
guy.
were.
There was no name.
You were a pizza delivery man. Yeah. Pizza delivery man, Luther, Stringer Bell, and now Knuckles. The man only plays legends. Congratulations, man. That show is super fun. I hope we can honestly get together in person one of these days.
Me too,
It's been
man.
too
It's
long.
been a while. Let's do it next time, okay?